Hello friends, welcome back. I am Vivekanandan. So in today's video, let us discuss about this particular startup which is Cars24. So very recently, Cars24 has attained a unicorn status, which means it has attained a valuation of $1 billion. So in today's video, let us discuss about what is the functions of Cars24, what is its business models, and what is the birth story of Cars24. So let us discuss about Cars24 in all these aspects. So to start with, and the most important surprising another factor over here is Cars24 has attained this particular valuation and a unicorn status amid the pandemic, which means during this COVID-19 times we see a lot of businesses struggling, but at the same time there are a lot of startups which are also rising. So there are also a lot of businesses doing well during COVID-19. So one such business is Cars24. So let us discuss about Cars24. So what is Cars24? Basically, it is a platform for selling and buying cars. But then we know that there are a lot of platforms which are actually selling cars. So how is it different? So one differentiating factor over here is in other platforms, normally we actually list a car for sale. So what happens is the moment our car is listed on this particular platforms, we get customers calls from various places. We get a lot of people calling us, inquiring about the particular car. So what we have to do is we have to deal with all these people, negotiate with them and find out the best prices for them, keep explaining about all the features of our car. But what happens with Cars24 is we take our car and go to their platform, or they go to their place, and what they do is they inspect the car, evaluate the car on various parameters, right from the condition and when did we buy it, which year we buy it. So considering all these factors, finally they evaluate our car. So if we are satisfied with that particular valuation, what Cars24 does is they purchase that our car from us and they immediately transfer the cash to us. So the process is over now. So the most important feature over here is the experience is totally different. For example, after selling the car also, we normally have a lot of paperwork behind. So right from getting loans or the RC part or the lot of other parts are over here. So everything is going to be taken care by Cars24. Of course, we also have a small little things to do. So this is the most important differentiating factor, where they try to provide a seamless experience over to the customer. So this is the first differentiating factor. But the most other important thing is, after buying the car from us, what they do is they actually auction the car. So auction the car, they have around 10,000 agents across the country. So what they do is, once they auction the car using their technology and all, the car is sold for the best price. So the second part over here is they also have some good efficient technology, right from checking the car, right from checking the condition of the car to auctioning it. So they use technology to the core. So that is the second differentiating factor over here. But the other point, most important question over here is, but how come during COVID-19 their business has rose, the business has risen? But the other important question over here is, but how come during COVID-19 situation the business prospects has increased for them? So one major factor for that is they also actually faced a lot of struggle during the initial phase of COVID-19. But then what has happened was, even after the lockdown was taken away, public transport was actually less. Access to transportation was very less. So people started considering to buying two-wheelers and cars. So that is one important factor which contributed to the growth. But then the other point over here is, even after the complete lockdown has gone away, even now they find regular businesses. This is because the customers today, what they feel is, they do not want to invest in a new car during this particular pandemic situation. They want to wait and watch how the economy is going to recover, and a lot of other factors are coming inside. So that is one another reason why they are getting steady business during these times, and this has attracted a lot of investors who are watching the startup scenario, and that is one reason they have regularly attracting funding from investor. One of the latest investors would be DST Global. So this is the rise of Cars24. and now what is their future? Now they are out. Last year, very recently, they have actually got a NBFC license from the Reserve Bank of India, which is non-banking financial company license. So this is to support the customer. This is to give a very smooth experience, simple experience to the customer, because in case the customer needs any financing or the loans, they can actually directly provide, instead of the customer going again to a bank and looking for a loan. So that is one another future aspect. And another future thing they have planned is to include bikes. In fact, they are already doing it. So is to include bikes in their portfolio. Whatever they are trying to do with cars, they also want to do with bikes as well. So these are the two developments which they are considering and going forward. And one another important thing is, with the recent funding they have attracted, they have also planned to invest much more in the technology element. So right from using artificial intelligence to make the entire process much more smoother and importantly much more efficient. So these are the things which they are planning for the future. And what is the story behind this? The important lesson over here is, the founder of Cars24, Mr. Vikram Chopra, he actually wanted to go to the United States, and before going to the United States, he wanted to sell his car in India, but he did not find the suitable buyers for his car. And he also understood that selling a car was much more difficult. It has a lot of varied layers of problems over here. And whenever you are faced with a problem, we have always discussed this, we are faced with two options: either we sit and crib over it, or we try to solve that particular problem. So this particular founder chose the second option over here, and that is how Cars24 was actually born. And what do you feel about this? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.